Guitar Boy, what
Boy.
up, man?
In case y'all don't know Guitar Boy music, man, he's like I would kind of call him a unsung hero. Like people know who he is, nice. and he get his respect. But man, Guitar Boy is amazing, bro. He did a lot.
Where were we at when we randomly ran into him?
Nam.
That was Nam? Because we ran into him at the airport, right?
Wait.
That was one. Yeah, it was one time at the airport. I don't know if we were going to New York. It might have been LA though.
Might have been. I know he was. I don't know.
He be moving. He be on the.
Every time I see Guitar Boy, I just feel like I'm in 12.
Smoke.
Yeah.
The memories.
What up, man? It's another Friday. UnQuantized podcast, man. We in the building. Go ahead and hit the theme song so we can get right into it.
Let's go.
Now watching the UnQuantized podcast. Tune in on Instagram or YouTube to build with the producer community. Live on Fridays at 4 p.m. Eastern.
And Chamber said I burnt the house down.
Facts. What up, Chamber?
Y'all can't see it on Instagram, but my background on YouTube it's pretty dope. It's pretty fire, I will say.
Yeah, he definitely flexing. My man got the smoke and the fire. So what's good, Mr. Sandman Griffin? I see you in the building. Bro, so I'm excited. I just found out, I guess like a lot of people just found out, there's a new versus coming up that I've been particularly excited about.
Bro, you got your incense and sage ready?
Bruh, I am ready. This is going to be the most holistic battle ever. In case y'all don't know what we're talking about, Erykah Badu versus Jill Scott coming up on May 9th.
Bro, I'm so hyped.
I'm not lying. That's going to be fire. That's
going to have your chakras aligned for this one.
Oh, dog, my chakras are all out of whack right now.
You got to get them right before this one, dog.
Yeah, I got to practice my chakra con to get everything together.
Chakra con.
So what up? Speaking of this versus battle, man, Erykah Badu versus Jill Scott. We might as well get into it. I want to hear where this is going. Who do you guys have in Erykah Badu versus Jill Scott? I need to know that off the rip.
This one will be a good one. And I feel like both of them are going to talk like mad shit. Because I feel like they're both very sarcastic and both very like on that kind of vibe, you know what I mean?
Like in a weird hippie chick kind of a way?
Yeah, like you my sister, but you about to catch this smoke right now.
Bad shade in the form of compliments?
Yeah. Somebody's going to hit the baby face like, oh, that's cute. I remember that. But when I was hanging out with Common, Andre 3000, and burning some sage leaves.
She was kind of like, yeah, you know, I have better songs with your baby fathers than you do. That's not any of my business. Well, here's my take on it, though. I think in terms of street hits, they are equal. But in terms of hits, like Billboard type hits, I think Erykah Badu got it a little bit in that regard. But I mean, just to me as a black citizen of Zamunda, they pretty much equal, bro. I don't even know.
All the aunties is happy. First babyface now this, like all the aunties is happy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's going down.
Somebody said Erykah for sure. Somebody said Badu. Damn. Yeah,
everybody's getting it, bro.
Dog, I think Hilly from Philly. I believe that was supposed to be a J, but it's an H. We see Badu.
He is solid.
Everybody got Badu. Nobody said Jill.
Jill got some joints though.
Damn, that's crazy. This nigga said, my girl said Oracle look like Luther Van. Come on, man.
Go ahead, hit that note, cuz. Go ahead.
Listen, I can hit it, but a chair's still gonna be a chair, so what's the point? You dig it? Erykah Badu got the best chords. Listen, man, I think she just got more like hits, but like I said, in terms of just being like street hits, they're very equal to me. But like Jill Scott whole first album, she could just play that whole first album. But Erykah Badu got the Call Tyrone, she got the On and On, she got the Next Lifetime, she got the she got everything. A lot of stuff that played on the radio a lot. Whereas Jill Scott, she had like 3 or 4 that got a lot of play on the radio, but not not so much play on other things. But I can't wait.
Erica got some great chords, but Dre and Vidal produced Jill Scott, bruh. I feel like Jill's gonna be one of them sleepers. I still think Erica's gonna take it, in my opinion, but Jill got some joints where you're gonna be like, oh, bro, I forgot about this joint.
But if it's not on the first album, it's kind of not gonna count, unless it's like "Living My Life Like It's Golden," which I think was the second album. But I don't really like that song personally.
Yeah,
but it was a hit. It's probably her biggest hit to date.
Living my life like it's golden.
Yeah, am I wrong because I don't like too much positivity in my songs?
No, bro, I'm the same way, bro.
I can't stand, and I know I'm awkward in that, and like I know they're needed. Those types of songs are needed, especially like now, and in certain times they're needed. But bro, I just be needing a little.
Yeah, bro. I'm the same way, bro. I need my little, little depression, a little sadness in my songs, a little toxicness. You know what I mean? Just a little bit.
It's gonna be a great day songs.
Yeah, I'm trying to think whose songs that I really don't care for. Even like, no shade to Chance the Rapper, but that was my thing about Chance, where everything was so happy, and I was like, bro, I'm not in that mood, bro. I
didn't listen to that album though. I heard people was getting at him, talking about his wife and all that.
I love my wife. they were killing him about that. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I don't want that. Hold on, somebody said I want Fox versus Lil Kim. Kim gonna kill that. I don't even think that'll be a good battle for like that's 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, Jill got some great records. She does, man. Is Jill gonna bring out the mic skill? Hey, she might bring out the mic skills.
And I feel like Erica might be DJing. Don't sleep on Erica as the DJ. So she might pull out the turntables on you.
Yeah, she might do that. By the end of the battle, we all gonna be crazy wearing fishnet shirts with one sleeve. She's done that to people before. If
my hair is blonde next week, you know what I mean?
Because you watched the full battle.
Yeah, it's because I got overalls on and playing the flute. Hey, it's Erykah Badu fault.
In Times Square. Erica might go left on us though and play them B-side joints.
Yeah, she could just play Baduism and it's gonna slap, bro. I ain't even gonna front.
That's a fact. Oracle, aka Luther Vandross. Hey man, I'm trying to tell you, a snare is still a snare. It would be dope if you check out some fans' music to encourage them to do better. We keep getting that request, bro.
So I actually need to talk to you because all this week, that's what I've been doing is setting up for this live stream. Young director Cricket, what up, bro? Yeah, shout out to Cricket, man. Probably one of the best video guys I've ever seen, bro.
Man, shout out to you.
Plug.
Oh man, wait, speaking of shout outs, everybody, spam those hearts for young Trizza, man. Today is a special day. Trizza might look the same to you, but he's a changed man. This is a different man than you know. This week, my man Trizza hit the 10,000 mark. That's right. He hit the 10K. He now has the full swipe up privileges.
I'm going ham. Everything's a swipe up.
Yeah, man. So yeah, hit Trizza's story up, man. Swipe up. There'll be plenty of swipe ups for everybody. You get a swipe. You get a swipe.
You get a swipe. You get a swipe.
Man, they swiping everybody out here.
Bruh. So I decided I was gonna put my mind to growing my Instagram. Because I always kind of half-assed it, and that was my fault. And I said, I told you, I talked to a couple people. I said, I'm about to do it. I put my mind to it, and I'm a month quicker than what I thought I was going to be. I was assuming that it was going to happen next month because how I timed it out, and I got it a month quicker. So I'm excited. And now that I understand what to do, I'm going to hit 20 in no time. I feel it coming. 20 is about to happen.
So what you going to send them to, man? What the first place you send them to?
Ooh, man. First, Jay Black did a fire video using Power Level. So I sent him to that. You know what I mean? I just sent him to the podcast. You know what I mean? Potty Piper. You know what I mean?
All right.
I had my gear list that I've been wanting to, promote all the gear that I use in my studio. Put that in there. Oh,
Facts.
it's the sky is the limit.
I wish we could play music on here.
Oh,
I swear I would play that joint. H2O Ave in the building.
Hey, young VH1 Malone. Or do you remember her?
Hey, yeah, what up?
What up, homie?
What's
Shout out to her.
happening?
She out here doing a thing. I be seeing her DJing,
Listen,
making records.
you talk about people that are constantly putting out content. She's another person.
Oh, she a sniper, bro.
Yeah, she always got some popping content going on, always working on music. She is she's a good example of Instagram done right. You know.
Oh, my bad. I said her name wrong. I'm sorry. Melion.
Come on, man. You gotta get it right.
My bad. Please forgive me.
Too much.
She's a sniper though.
Yeah, she is. Somebody said too much positivity on your record is like too much sugar in your coffee. Yeah. That's just my personal opinion, but I don't like overly positive songs.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah. All right. It's another battle coming up that we should probably talk about, but I want to get through some of these comments.
Let's see. Beast Music says, I'm about to grow the ad marketing, sign up for Rich From Anywhere ad course, bro. So many gems, bro.
Definitely.
The homies, man. When we got questions, that's who we talk to.
Yeah. Shout out to the homies Rich From Anywhere, man. They are awesome musicians, super dope, but also very incredible online marketing, man. Like, and also another page that's Instagram done right.
That's facts. Bro. We going up. Chambers, how many did you go up so far? I got Chambers booming. We got the trap booming right now, man. Yeah. We all going up on IG, man. Chambers might be up a good 700.
Oh, killing. Okay, y'all some snipers over there. Y'all some snipers.
We going up, man.
All right. Well, since you're going up, let me ask you this though. Mm-hmm. No, it's just a question I posted this morning, and I'm kind of curious to know about this. When you hear a song for the first time, and just because you're a producer, I think I might know your answer, but some people have surprised me. When you hear a song for the first time, what do you listen to first, the beat or the lyrics?
The beat. I don't listen to the lyrics until maybe the fourth or fifth listen.
Me too, but a lot of people hit me and said they listen to the lyrics first. A lot of producers.
That's crazy. Yeah, I care more about the melody and I care more about the beat.
Bro, I was in France for 3 days before I realized the songs I was listening to weren't in English. The beats was fire though.
That's real. And bro, it sucks. It don't suck, but being a DJ, it like kind of ruins your like going out experience.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, so as soon as they scratch the first note, I'm like, oh, he's about to play that record. And then I'm just listening for the beat. And then it's like, oh yeah, so he does say that in this record. That does happen. Oh yeah.
That sucks. Hey, do other DJs blends? Like if you hear two songs?
Bro, yes. Yes, bro.
Dang.
Yes, all the time, bro. It was like a standard Atlanta R&B DJ set. Everybody used to play the same records the same way into each other. And it was like 2 years. And then finally they like, people kind of figured it out.
Damn, that's the fake DJ game.
Yeah. It's horrible.
Yeah. Let's see. How do you guys make music on the go without a laptop? Okay.
Without a laptop?
Yeah, right. Do you find more creativity while mobile or more creativity while mobile? I'm not gonna lie. I have not made music without a laptop in a minute. Like in a mobile environment, you're gonna need a laptop. I used to show up every now and again. Like you could show up with an MPC and that is cool, but it's not the same as having a laptop. Because the thing about it is, if you're mobile and say you're in the studio with somebody, if you got an MPC, you could play the beat. True enough, you could probably bounce it down to a 2-track stem, but then you're gonna have to take a SD card or something out of that MPC, give it to somebody, and they're gonna have to copy it. But the beauty of having a laptop is not just for like your musical workflow, but it's the other stuff you have to do outside of music. And I think as producers, we get so caught up in the creativity. Like once you got the beat, you want to bounce it down, you want to convert it to MP3, you want to email that joint to somebody. You can't do that on an MPC.
I'm still stuck on, he said, without a laptop, dog. My laptop is like my second child.
Damn.
That thing is with me, dog. I don't know where I went unless it's like a party or something that I don't have my laptop with me.
Yeah, my phone is like that. My main phone is like that. But yeah, without a laptop going mobile, I'm not the mobile NPC guy. I used to be, like 10, 15 years ago. Not even 10 years ago, like 15 years ago. I would be a mobile NPC guy, but nah, it's laptop shouty from here on out. But that was a good question though.
Oh yeah, super dope. Simba said, when I rap, I used to hear the lyrics first. Oh, so go ahead, drop that 16, cuz.
Come on, you got it. You know you got it. Look,
Simba definitely got it.
You get a whole minute on Instagram. You can give us 16 in that minute.
Oh man. So do you want to get this out the way now or later, Oracle?
I don't even know what you're talking about, but let's get it out the way now.
So there's a few questions. It says, let's see. I took Busy and King's battle was fun. WTF, King took it so seriously. And then can we talk about corny Chris King? I think he meant Curtis King.
I think he meant
taking the battle so serious.
Oh, yeah. So listen, I'm gonna be the first to tell y'all. I kind of took a little bit of the week off of Instagram. I kind of I saw some of the battle. I went in there just to support. I saw the battle. It was funny, ha ha ha. And then I see some stuff going on after the battle. Personally, I don't know. I'm out of that shit, but I just heard it was kind of. I heard it got kind of.
Little spicy people.
Yeah, kind of spicy afterwards. Hey, man.
Chambers. Yo, Chambers is my dog, bro. Chambers is one of my favorite people, dog. He's hilarious, bro.
Wait, what did he say? Is he on YouTube? I only had YouTube up.
He said it was the forehead.
I think
Chambers is funny.
I think it was the memes. Hey, listen. At the end of the day, is it bringing more attention to whatever either one of them was trying to do?
Right.
That's the way it comes down to.
The way I look at it is sometimes people have disagreements and shit happens. You know what I mean? As long as everybody healthy, as long as everybody good, keep it pushing. That's what it is. You know what I mean? It's business. My mom used to tell me, stay out of grown folks' business, and they both grown.
Yeah, y'all be done piece it up anyway.
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah, I'm cool, but I'm kind of out of the loop, man. I don't really know what's going on, but I did catch like 15 minutes of that battle. That shit was hilarious, bro.
Yeah. Like y'all don't know, Busy is a funny guy, man. Y'all, I've seen Busy in rare form a couple times. He's a funny guy, man. Yeah. So I think other people just wasn't used to seeing turned up lit Biddy. I said Biddy. Busy.
Damn, is that who he is? He's Biddy?
Yeah, Biddy works beats.
God dang.
But hopefully everything goes smooth.
From what I saw, it was a lot of joking going on, and nobody was really taking it that seriously. That's why I was surprised to, just to hear about what happened afterwards. But ain't nothing but a thing.
Yeah, it happens. This is the music industry. You think people that have not got along?
Yeah, you'll be all right. It's all good. Ain't nobody worried about it. Let's see. Mine's respectable.
Chambers said, I got a few threats in my DMs. Where they at, homie? Shoot, they don't want the smoke.
Chambers the one Chambers the one making the smoke, though.
Bruh. Chambers a gangster, bruh. I ride with Chambers, dog. They don't want the smoke. Send them my way, dog. They threatening you. Tell them back off. Chambers got that Photoshop on deck.
Not back off. That was a TBS edit. That was a TBS movie edit.
Oh, yeah. Tell these mother lovers
to back off. Yeah. See. Oh shit! A beat can get my attention, but the lyrics will keep me listening. Okay, all right, I feel you.
Not mad at that.
Yeah,
not mad at that.
You think it's gonna come back to lyrics, music, and the importance? I think it has. Honestly, I think it has come back to lyrics, but it just depends on like what subgenre you're listening to.
Right.
Because at this point, everybody knows like you can go on Spotify and you can get into a whole, if you into hip hop, you can get into a whole lyrical, spiritual bag in a couple of playlists. So I think it has come back to music, but as far as like whatever the main thing is that everyone is consuming, I don't know if it will get back to lyrics there because it really doesn't have to. It seems to me like the stuff that's on the mainstream the most. We'll call it radio, even though no one listens to the radio anymore. It's usually the easier to digest type of music. Like it's fun, it sounds good, but lyrically it's not too heavy, and musically it's not too heavy. It's a good barrier to entry, and I think it's gonna kind of stay there because if you really want to get into it, shout out to whoever just bought that. If you really want to get into it, I think you got to just dig deeper and hit your Spotify and all that good stuff, and then you could be satisfied. But I think mainstream music is pretty simple for the most part.
Yeah, I feel like lyrics when I was younger, and I think when I was more into rap, I was super into lyrics. But then it's like the older I get, I've been more into like, I listen to house music all day, so I'm like super into just the beat and the vibe of the overall, you know, the chord progressions. I care more about chord progressions than anything, dog.
That's because you're a student of Pharrell.
That is true.
You're a student of Pharrell.
That is true. I had to move the camera because I feel like I'm looking at like on the Zoom, I'm looking here, and then on IG I'm looking here, and then I'm looking at the chat.
Oh, bro, I'm looking all over the place. It's all good. So Beats is in here. He's talking about the versus DJ Paul versus Crazy Bone. Is that what it is?
Is it 3 6 Mafia versus Bone Thugs and Harmony, or is it DJ Paul versus Busy Bone? Because to me, that's one is two different battles.
Oh yeah, for sure. So who you got? Because I don't know who it really is. Who you got in the 3 6 Mafia versus Bone?
I mean, I'm 3 6 Mafia all day.
Now is it
Project Pat?
Is it because you think they got better hits, better songs, or you like what is it?
I'm just more invested in 3 6 Mafia. Like that's what I was listening to growing up. You know what I mean? So it's nothing against Bone Thugs and Harmony. I just wasn't really listening to, you know, I miss my Uncle Charles. Yeah, I wasn't. That just wasn't my vibe. You know what I mean?
R.I.P. Uncle Charles.
Yeah, it was just too depressing. It was like what's the dude's name? Rod Wave. Bone Thugs and Harmony was like the first Rod Wave, where it's like I'm making like hood ballads that where we gonna cry to.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go DJ Paul and 3 6 Mafia, depending on whichever battle. I'm still going to 3 6 Mafia route. And I feel crazy because I slept on 3 6 Mafia. Somebody tried to tell me about them for like 2-3 years before I really listened. And them and UGK, I regret not listening to sooner.
I got a homie from high school, bro, and that's all he's like to this day, bro. All he posts about is 3 6 Mafia. So he would just elementary. Well, I won't say elementary, but it was probably middle school. All he would talk about is 3 6 Mafia. So I felt like I got like a crash course, and you know, and just what 3 6 Mafia was. Does Project Pat count as 3 6 Mafia?
Not really. Not really to me. Nah, I don't think so. But yeah, I'm going 3 6 Mafia, man.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I feel like Bone Thugs has greater hits as far as like worldwideness, but as far as like quantity, I feel like 3 6 Mafia has way more. Because Bone Thugs to me was like a short span.
That's true. And Bone Thugs, okay, here's the thing. In these battles, someone is going to have bigger hits. That's not always a good thing because it depends on how many big hits you have because the battle is going to last X amount of time. That's when you get, if you have more cultural hits, I think you'll win the battle.
Right. To
be honest with you. So like Bone, they might have, I don't know, let's say 5 or 6 joints that was on the radio that was way bigger than any 3 6 Mafia song. But when they run out of those, or however they space those, 3 6 Mafia is just gonna keep having them joints.
Tear the club up. What you gonna do when that come on?
Nothing. You gonna go get a drink?
I'm gonna be there.
you ain't gonna do a damn thing.
You throwing balls in this mud.
That's a fact, and I think they just gonna keep it. I think they're just gonna keep it going with the cultural hits, and everybody just gonna start throwing furniture in their house, and they're gonna be like, "Yeah, I think they won." I threw a chair through my window.
I feel like my theory would have stood through if Teddy didn't do that whole situation. But I still feel like the energy is going to kill over. The energy will proceed over anything.
Did Teddy prove that wrong for everybody though?
Kind of, because he just didn't play the right stuff. I feel like the technical difficulties and then him not playing the right stuff threw it off. And so everybody already had like a biased opinion about his set already. So then I feel like even if he would have played perfect, people would have been like, Babyface killed it just because the situation. So I feel like it's one of them. I mean, I feel like he kind of messed up my theory a little bit, but I feel like 3 6 is they're gonna kind of get it back.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think Babyface talked to the women. Number one,
oh yeah,
Teddy should have went that route because Teddy had the joints to really get at the ladies, but Teddy was just he relied too much on the energetic songs. That's why he started with the show the first time and had a dance routine because he thought that was gonna win because he thought Babyface was gonna be sleepy time music, but Babyface ended up being nostalgic music.
Babyface was like, that was cute. I was chilling with Madonna, and we were talking about the soft and warm, quiet storm. And I came up with this song. I'm like, oh snap! I know
that's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, when Eve bit the apple, Babyface wrote the theme song to that joint.
And he had 2 dozen roses in the back.
That's a fact. That is a fact. So wait, VH1 Melion says, how do you guys think the music industry will change after this? Live shows, etc. That is a really good question. I don't know. I think after this, it's going to be kind of quirky because I think people are going to try a lot of miscellaneous stuff to try to get some uniformity into how these things work. So it'll be everything from temperature checks at the door, which to me makes, which is not really giving you good data and it's not really keeping people safe. But I think people are going to try a lot of random things until there is something at work that people will adopt as code, or B, just until it's over to the point where things are kind of back to normal. But as far as like the amount of people that go to shows, I think it'll get back up there, but I also think it's going to take about 2 years too.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a minute. I know I'm not going to know.
I'm not going.
I'm already cool. I don't even want to DJ no parties right now, bro. I'm kind of like,
Oh, that's a fact. Yeah.
I was already on the outs of DJing a lot of like club stuff. Yeah. Events I didn't have an issue with, but club stuff I'm kind of like, I'm kind of cool on this.
Oh, Slim, I'm off the parties. You ain't getting me to go to nobody's party.
Bro. Ain't no hookahs.
Oh,
bro, I don't know where none of y'all been.
Hookahs is done. Yo, by the way, Puff Pass. If you a Puff Pass type of person, that's done. That
BYOB. BYOB.
Not bringing on Bud, but yeah. It's bro, a lot of shit is going to change. We just not at that point yet to where we realize how much is going to change. Speaking of everything that's going to change, I know this is we talk to people worldwide, but keeping it real local to Atlanta real fast. Have you been to a restaurant yet?
No.
Okay.
I have not left the house since this happened. About a week before this happened. The only time I leave the house is to go to the park and take a walk or walk around the neighborhood.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I am also still sheltering in place. This being the place.
Yeah. What's the name I had earlier?
Wait, Blake shelter in place?
Yeah, Blake shelter in place. That's it. That's the new name.
Bro, you got that.
I'm cool.
You got that.
It's just right now, especially in Atlanta, dog. It's just not worth the risk. Like all the people getting sick, trying to go back out and do stuff. I'm like, bro, as much as I miss my barber, first of all, Barber, my dog, I miss you, dog. Hold me down when this is up, you know what I mean? But
kidnap that nigga, man.
God, I'm so sick, bro.
I should have kidnapped you. You see me. You see me. I'm out this show looking crazy.
Oh, right. You see, I ain't took off this hat, bro. I have a legit afro, dog. Like if I pick my joint out, I'm like, I'm here. Oh, I'm all the way here, bro.
Damn.
I look like I'm about to spray some graffiti and pop lock at any moment, dog, if I'm just at the house.
I'm about to go to Bush too. Don't even worry about it. I'm about to be Ricky with the good hair. Let's see. Offered this guy 16. I feel like I'm so far behind in the chat. I just need to scroll on down.
Young Larry, what up, bro?
Larry.
You get me.
Larry in the bit. It's a lot of people in here that are the image or personified Instagram done right. Larry O is definitely one. Yeah.
Super facts. Let's see. I think Bone was more pleasing musically. I looked at the Bone growing up.
Listen, man, I can see that too, but something is going to speak to your soul and make you want to throw a chair.
Yeah,
and that is going to be the 3-6 Mafia talking to your ancestral spirit is going to get riled up. You're going to throw some shit. Bone ain't going to make you do that. Bone might make you cry a little bit. They're going to make you reflect. They're going to make you want to drink a little something. But 3-6 Mafia going to have you standing on your couch with muddy shoes on. I'm trying to tell you.
You don't know scared till you be in a party and it's like all the hood people in the party and they play a bunch of 3-6 Mafia songs in a row and you start getting a little nervous like, ooh, this about to end bad.
You know why people are scared? Because they didn't grow up on go-go.
Oh, bro.
See, I grew up on go-go. That's every go-go.
Bro, every go-go is going to get shut down.
Oh, yeah. Go-go's never end because of time. They end because of stabbings, shootings.
Yeah.
The combo stab shoot, a nice little fight. But so yeah, by the time like 3-6 Mafia and all that stuff came along, I started hearing about what's happening. It was like, oh, go. That's really what it is. Yep, Rough It Off used to come on. You got to get off the floor.
Get low.
Get off the floor. Get ready to
you gotta get
scrap.
low.
Yeah, you can catch an elbow to the mouth. MOUF, the mouth.
Mouth. Yeah.
That's a fact.
You know, I told you I used to DJ the Go-Go's in Atlanta. They would have this whole like event and they would bring Go-Go's here. Bro, yeah, so I DJ those for maybe 3-4 years. And bro, one of the times, I kid you not, bro, they like stomped a dude out in the middle of the party. He's like blood all over the floor. And everybody like stops and looking around. And the security just dragged dude off. And it's like, what's up, is it? Whoa! And they just go right back. Like nothing happened. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, whoever the front man is, or in go-go, lead talker, whoever the front man is, they're gonna call security. Security right about it, and they're gonna keep the show going on. And it's gonna happen again in like 30-40 minutes. They're gonna keep it going on. And don't get it confused. If it's 4 fights in a night or 5 fights in a night, half of them, or close to half, are chicks.
Yeah, that's super facts.
Yeah, go-go does not discriminate against gender. Everybody's fighting.
Everybody. I'm glad I got some experiences, but I didn't get the full DMV experience like that. I was only a select few. Yeah. But you know, I'm glad because I was not trying to get near no fights.
Hey man, it's real. It's real. Let's hold on. Bone gonna make you want to smoke. That's a fact.
That's true.
Go-go fact. Okay. People know about these go-go facts going on.
Big Lo says, I feel like recording a stream and making funny videos using Trizza and the green screen. Hey, good luck. Chambers is over there somewhere right now on Final Cut. I guarantee you. I'm about to get 5 texts.
Oh, he getting it in. No, somewhere he got Carol Baskins behind you with a tiger.
Cured him, husband whacked him.
That shit is hilarious. Let's see. Why can't go-go blow up for real on a major scale?
I think it will. Maybe I feel like that time is going to happen. It's going to take the right person.
I don't think so. And you know, this is why.
Yeah.
And smoking, that's a good question. And I am a child of go-go. All the percussion loops and all the rhythm and everything I got is from go-go. But go-go took, in my opinion, and correct me if I'm wrong, DMV people in here, go-go took too much pride in being regional. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, let's get into a little quick history lesson. Go-go was getting into hip hop. It was meshing into hip hop. You had back in the day, you had like Kid and Play. Because if you think about like the Ola A and all that type of stuff, it was just go-go in the background. Hitman Howie T from New York. I believe he's from New York. I'm pretty sure Hitman Howie T is from New York. Had a whole career or a good part of his career based off of go-go. He produced Kid and Play, who used go-go a lot. He produced Salt and Pepper, who used go-go a lot. I think even like Dougie Fresh did some stuff with Rare Essence, all of that. Just saying that to say there was a big hip-hop go-go mesh on hit songs back in the day, because it seems like somebody from New York came down to the DMV, was like, yo, this sound is dope. Maybe got with some bands, maybe did whatever. Went and made hit records with it. Now, if you are a go-go artist or a go-go band, wouldn't you try to keep that going and perpetuate that thing? Like, listen, all these hits are going on. This is our music. It's time that everybody else learn about go-go.
Right.
For some reason, that never happened. And I think it's because go-go took too much pride in being regional, man, and keeping to themselves. So I honestly think, and I love go-go, but I honestly think that shit passed sailed. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, but I think that shit passed sailed, bro.
I'm trying to be positive, but I mean, I feel you. It makes sense. I'm just trying to. I thought Wale was gonna pull it through, but I feel like they did Wale kind of dirty.
They did, and Wale he did represent go-go. He did represent the area with a U, not an A. He represented the area, but it just wasn't enough, and it's not Wale's fault. It's go-go's fault, to be honest with you, bro. Yeah, man. So sometimes you can have something and it's a really good thing, but you got to share it a little bit, or you just become the only one with it, and then nobody cares about it.
Let's see. I don't think it's going to be too long before it goes back due to demand. Young folks want shows and events they don't have to fear. I still feel like now, especially because now Zoom and all this stuff is more acceptable. If we would have did Zoom a year ago, y'all would have been looking at us like we were crazy. But now it's acceptable. And I feel like people are going to keep up with this kind of content now because in a way it opens up kind of stuff. It's just not as interactive. But eventually they're going to figure out how to get a little more interactive. It's going to feel a little more personal. And once they figure that out, we about to be in the house. People ain't really going to be moving. Because I think now it make you realize that I don't have to do all this stuff.
Yep.
Like I'm looking at my bank account like, bro, I didn't spend no money, bro. Like, yes, I like this.
Like kind of killing the game right now.
Yeah, like, oh snap, I ain't waste money on food and stuff.
That's true.
I feel like it's gonna open up our eyes to see, like, you know.
But what does that mean for the artist though?
They're gonna have to switch lanes, bro. I feel like it's gonna get even more about being personal. It's gonna even be more about like merch and content. That's what to me, because the shows, even if they do like say they opening back up, bro, the numbers is gonna be weird, and it's gonna be like that for a while. So it's never gonna be like, I don't think it's ever gonna be the same. Or if it is, it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take years.
Yeah, I think it will take a while. But so if I'm an artist, merch I know how to make money off of, but with content and all that, like, is there any way for me to substitute my show money? Because a lot of artists really, depending on their show, they're not making money off the streaming, as you know, and all that type of stuff. They're making money off the show. So, like, are any of the things I can do virtually a good substitute for my show money?
Have you ever? I sent you the link. His name is Mark. I always mess up his last name.
Yeah,
bro. Like, to me, he's like one of the greatest live performers. But on, like, when I say live, I'm talking about like YouTube and like Instagram. He makes a beat on the spot. See, people call him. They be like, "Yo, I want you to talk about fart puppies," and he'll take fart puppies and make a song. He'll make the beat in front of you and make the song. And he makes so much money because people donate, because one, it's interesting. Mm-hmm. He makes money off merch. And then his views, I'm sure, is outrageous because he goes viral like every month. He has a clip that just goes off. Yeah. And so I think it's going to be more of that. But the issue with that is it takes a lot of talent to get to that point. So I feel like it's going to cut out a lot of these people.
Yeah, and some know-how of how to run this. So if I'm SZA, what do I do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be tough, bro.
Like, yeah, am I gonna give a concert virtually and just sing from my house? And if so, are people gonna pay for that? Or do I just try to come to your town and risk getting half or less than half of the people I normally got in there? Like, which is gonna be the right amount of money?
I low-key think though that you could do it virtually because what people don't, I mean, they make a lot of money, but it's a lot of expenses on going on tour. You know what I'm saying?
True.
A lot of expenses that I think that once you kind of factor in, like, oh, I'm making this much profit off of being online versus I got to pay, I'm making this much money over in real life, but I got to pay out this, I got to pay the DJ, I got to pay hotel, flight costs. And if it's about what and what, then I feel like it's going to be like, all right, cool. I might as well, or even if it's close, it's like, bro, I might as well just do this joint online, you know, and just kind of keep it that way. So I think the content is going to change. same principles, but you know.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see because and I want our artists to really get back out there and you know, do their thing because a lot of people had to pivot real fast because nobody really knew what was going on, and now it's like, oh shit. So everybody's just kind of trying to figure it out. It's only been what, a month, maybe 2 months, something like that. But I'll just be happy. Either way, I want to support the artist, whatever I got to do. I actually started buying songs again. I haven't bought a song in a long time, but got to support artists, man.
Melion said the grudge hair looks good on you. Oh, I appreciate it. I'm glad I'm not out here looking crazy. Y'all want to see me with that 70 pork chop?
Hey man, listen.
It's about to go down.
I'm about to stop cutting off this trap beard every Friday morning too. I'll be having the full spicy beard.
Hey man, my daughter be out here.
Yeah, I don't think the world ready for that.
We'll see. Anyone know how to set up your own affiliate program?
Yeah.
Depends on what program you're using first.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Depends on what you're using and how much you actually know about affiliate programs.
Yeah, it's not hard though. I mean, it's mostly just installing a tracker and then from there going.
Yep. Yeah, your method of tracking is the most important thing. For sure. Yeah, that's fact. Some people use coupon codes to track. Some people just have a direct sales joint that'll spit out reports. It just depends on your platform. What platform are you using?
Ooh, who would you pick to battle Crime Mob? You talking my language now, regard.
3-6 Mafia.
You know what? No, because I feel like that's 3-6 would kill them just because of the longevity. Because Crime Mob was a short but sweet one. You know what I mean? Like they were in and they were out.
They wasn't as short and sweet as Mike Jones.
I would say like it had to be like Franchise Boys, but I don't even know if that's a good one. But Franchise had a good run.
Yeah,
but it was still kind of short. You know what I mean?
It would have to be somebody with more staying power, more longevity than Mike Jones, but less than 3-6 Mafia.
Yeah, it's got to be. It can't be a 20 song boy. It's got to be a solid 5 to 10.
I feel like it got to be somebody from out of the Midwest. For some reason, I just feel like it's like a Midwest group or label that would totally overlook. Wait, Crime Mob versus
Jaquan?
Yeah,
neighborhood
no. I don't know. I was gonna say Crime Mob versus Slip and Slide. I don't think that's a good one though.
Yeah, no.
I don't think that's a good one.
Cadillac Dawn and that's what it is.
Stop.
Inside peanut butter, outside jelly. That's what
hey,
y'all don't know about that one.
Mia X versus Lady of Rage. Who you got?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to go Mia X just because the energy. Even though Lady Rage got the slap stuff. I don't know. I gotta go Lady Rage just because she's from Virginia.
That's what I'm about to say. You're not going Farmville, VA?
I feel like I've betrayed. Yeah, I gotta go Lady Rage.
Yeah, we gotta go VA. I had to double down on going with Teddy.
Oh yeah, you got to.
That's
and
VA,
Teddy ain't even from VA, but we claim him.
We claim him because he's responsible for so much VA greatness. Yeah, we claim him. Yeah, he from Harlem. So what?
Lil Dicky, he's VA. He went to college in Virginia.
Oh, I'm counting him too.
Dave, you on our team, cuz?
Bro, I ain't want to get into talking about shows yet or at all. But Dave, have you seen?
I haven't seen the last episode, but I've seen everything up to that.
Yeah, they just put in like 4 new episodes. Dave is a good show in case you haven't checked it out. Because I know everybody out there needs some shit to watch, bro. Yeah. Let's see. Smoker said
bye. Oh. Bye, Logie. Bye. Okay. Say hi, podcast. Okay.
Good enough.
Good enough.
Logie for the win. Let's see. Simba, you went to VTech. Didn't know that, man. I didn't know that either. Yeah. Almost went to Virginia Tech.
Same here. I didn't want to be honest, I didn't want to go where everybody I went to high school went. So I just like everybody I knew went to Norfolk State, Hampton, or VCU. Or in Virginia Tech. That was like everybody went there. So I was just like, bro, I don't want to go to any of those.
Right. It was even some Old Dominion folks in there.
Oh yeah, ODU is super popping.
Slim. I was not going to any of those Virginia schools.
Yeah, I tried to go to A&T. That didn't work out.
I actually ended up going to a school that's closer to Virginia than a lot of those schools are, but it just wasn't in Virginia.
Who was that?
Morgan State.
Oh, yeah.
It was about 45 minutes from where I was from. But the way I didn't go home after I went to college, you would have thought that joint was 6 hours away.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, home? Oh, no, this is done. This is done. I'm out of here.
I'm out of here.
The first Coachella, EDM Fest. I don't even know when the first Coachella going to be.
Oh, EDM is really out of here, bro. It was already suffering.
The other day. Yeah.
But you got to think, like, because EDM to me is more about the festivals. Like, I love the music, but to experience the music at the full thing is like you got to be at a festival. You got to hear the music OD loud and large groups of people.
Yeah.
It's gonna get hurt, bro.
Molly Water.
Yeah. Oh, bro. I was at that Mad Decent festival, bro.
Yeah.
It was people passing out, tripping and bugging. I was like, oh, y'all are really about this life. I'm cool. Let me just pass me my little tequila and and let me enjoy my jumping up and down in peace. Y'all out here super wild.
That's a fact. Wait, now I'm desperate for feedback on my music. If anyone want to help me out, stop. All right. All right.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna start doing this stream. I'm gonna probably start. Oh gosh, I gotta give a date, but soon. I got it set up, Oracle. I just probably need your help on like little logistic stuff about how to get the people in and what's the smartest way. Okay. But I'm gonna do it. I have my stream set up. If you're on YouTube, you can see. But I've been really working on getting my stream and stuff fire. So I'm gonna start listening to people's music. Shoot, Oracle, I want to get you on there one day. You know what I mean? Get you as a guest.
Bro, I want to be on there.
Yeah, I think that'll be fire. So that's what soon is coming. It's gonna happen.
Got you. Do you think that producers and artists should still build an official website? Oh, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Listen.
Hell yeah.
Your website is real estate. It is your real estate in the virtual world. You have to have a place to call your own. You can't just keep renting space from Instagram and renting space from Facebook and all that type of stuff. Because the thing is, it's free monetarily as far as money goes. It's free. Right. I mean, you pay with your data.
Oh, it's not.
But just think about if any of those things were to go down at any day, you need at least a place to send people to tell them the next place to go to. You need a home base. That is your website. Also, you're going to need a place to sell your merch. Once again, you can kind of do that through Facebook and Instagram and all that. But really, if it's on your site, it's better to sell them on Facebook and Instagram from your site. So the answer to that question is definitely yes. You should still have your own official website. No matter what your job is in music, you should have one.
How many domains do you own? Just curious, Oracle.
Only about 6.
I buy anytime I have an idea, I buy the domain, and then if I don't figure it out within that year or two, I still don't think it's a good idea. It's kind of like, all right, let me just let it fall off. Yeah, you remember the Wave Club? Remember that idea? I still have that domain. I still have that one.
I don't know. I think we can still get that popping, bro.
I think we're gonna finesse it, man. That's subscription do-rags coming your way.
Hey man, wait till I get my first haircut. Oh, the Wave shit is popping.
What part of DMV are you from?
I am from Alexandria, Virginia, right outside of DC, super north in Virginia, and it's dope. I love my city.
And I am from right outside of Richmond, Virginia, and it's a small town called Halifax.
Halifax, youngin.
It's very small, very tiny, but still DMV.
Hey man, it's bigger than Danville.
No, it's not.
Damn, it's not bigger than Danville,
bro. This is what's gonna trip you out. So for our weekends to get away, we would drive to Danville because it was the closest mall that we had.
Jesus.
So it's a 45-minute drive, 35, 45, depending on how fast you drive. It was the closest city next to where I grew up at. And so yeah, we would go to, and now, bro, Danville's a ghost town, bro. So yeah, I was in the country. I was in the country town lemonade.
I got family from Danville. Oh, by the way, Billboard Hitmaker's in the building.
Hey,
oh, shit.
Shout out to Billboard.
There we go.
Shout out to Billboard, man.
Yes, sir.
They still own the billboards. I'm pretty sure. Still very high at the top.
Man, listen, Corona ain't keeping them boys off the Billboard charts. What you talking about?
Can't none hold me down. Oh, he said, bro, I'm in Lynchburg. Hey, shout out to Lynchburg. I spent many nights in Lynchburg.
Another college I almost went to.
Liberty?
Lynchburg. What I thought it was Lynchburg. I thought the name of the school was Lynchburg. Or maybe it was just in Lynchburg. I don't know.
I just thought because Liberty is like the big school out there.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. But I was like, that name's scary.
Liberty is a little wild, bro. I've heard stories about Liberty.
Oh, don't sleep on them small, like, country town colleges. That's where the real parties happen.
Yeah, Liberty is like very religious school. I heard like if you're at a party, people would be like spying to see who's at parties and stuff. Like, nah, bro, that ain't going down. Like what? That kind of, yeah.
If you dancing with somebody, like leave room for Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta the prom style.
Nah.
Somebody. Go ahead. My bad.
Oh no. Somebody said, "What's your opinion on getting an MPC Live when the MPC Live Mach 2 is said to be coming out real soon?" Man, if you need one now, I say get one now because even though it's rumored to be coming out, when is it rumored to be coming out? How much different do you think it's going to be than an MPC Live or shout out to whoever just bought that or MPC One or any of the other MPCs out there? Honestly, they're all pretty much the same. So the MPC Live Mach 2, you don't know when it's coming out. You might not know what it really has. So it just gets down to how much you want one. If you really want one, I say go ahead and get it now. I personally want an MPC One right now.
You've been talking about it.
I keep talking about it, and I have really no reason to get this joint, but I really, really want one. But I went to go buy one. I actually went to go buy one the other day. That's how serious I was. But everybody's like, I gotta wait until like the end of May or something like that.
Oh, Amazon's tripping, dog, with the deliveries.
Well, it wasn't even, I don't even know if it was on Amazon at the time. That's how bad that part of it was. But then I started going to like Sweetwater, Musician's Friend, blah, blah, blah. And it just nobody seemed to have them like in stock, or I'll have to wait till like May 29th to get one. I was like, nah, because when I want to buy something, I want it like in 24 hours. I want to get it.
Right.
And yeah, they want rock with me, man. So I don't know, pray for me. For some reason, I keep wanting to buy that joint.
No, I think you're gonna copy it. I think we're gonna come on the podcast next weekend. You probably had that joint.
The way it's shaping up for me, I'm over this joint. I got new monitor arms, new everything, but for some reason, I want an MPC One and an SB404, but I want the MPC One more.
I was about to say, did you looking at your back room? You might already got one, just don't know it. You got some, Oracle got so much equipment. If anybody didn't know he had something, it would be Oracle.
That was a fact. Like, whoa, I got an MPC 3000 back this joint.
I didn't know I had that. Dang, Roanoke in the building. Shout out to man.
Damn, Virginia's in this joint, man. Come
y'all
on,
making
man.
me feel good, man. Because when I talk about where I grew up, people be like, "Yo, like I don't know where that is." So the fact that y'all like, y'all like neighbors, man. Shout out to y'all.
Facts. Somebody said they can't see the YouTube.
Hold on, let me look at the YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube, can y'all see? Because I can see the YouTube.
Somebody said, man, first time I went to VA Beach, I had to get a pic in front of the Princess Anne High School.
Oh, snap.
Smart. It's a music lover right there. That's a music lover.
Could we say Virginia is probably in the top 5 of most influential places for hip hop?
100%.
Yeah.
By the way, if you're playing the 100% drinking game, that was your chance to take a shot right there.
Take a shot.
Play the Oracle 100% drinking game. You'll be drunk before the end of the first half. Speaking of the end of the first half, we got about four cool minutes left. Just want to keep you posted on that. I was about to get into some of the questions that we have, but I guess I'll save those for the second half. And I'm not going to take the whole remaining 4 minutes to say Virginia is in the top 3 of influential music places. But it is. Think about when you mention all of the GOATs in your mind, at least 2 of your top 5 are going to come from Virginia.
That's
they
right.
have to. Bruh.
Oh, I see sangria. What y'all, man? What y'all on? Y'all is feeling real festive out here, bro.
Got the sangria on deck. By the way, if you asked a question and we did not get to it, please feel free to ask it on the second half. And it's probably better if you paste it as soon as the second half starts so we can get into it.
Man, what you got going on?
Man, listen, the art of beat mixing still going ham. I'll get into this more in the second half, but if you have not yet, hit SoundOracle.net, click on the top banner, man. The art of beat mixing is popping. What you got going on, Mr. 10K?
Man, I got quite a few things, man. First, I'm doing a giveaway with Young Legion Beat, Young Anodami. God, I forgot my homie's name, bro. Cool dude, part of Legion Beats, the whole team. We teamed up. We're doing a giveaway. We're giving away one of the courses, the MIDI money course. We're giving away keyboards, headphones, all kinds of gear. So just go to my Instagram, follow directions on there. I have a new pack dropping, and it's more of a tool, I'll say. It's a shit ton of MIDI. It's a MIDI for all occasions. It's a tool. So it's like you could drag and drop, get different stuff. So that's probably gonna happen next week. I just gotta package up everything. And I feel like I'm forgetting something. And me and Diego are gonna be streaming this coming up Monday, 6 p.m. We're gonna do a Q&A with Diego. Diego just produced a joint with Scott Storch and T Grizzly, of course, Ray Shrim. He don't want some Grammys, Post Malone. So we're gonna do a Q&A. That's my brother, and we'll be answering a bunch of questions. And
what day? What time?
Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Got you. Perfect. Send off that.
So that's coming. Essence. Yeah. So we about to do that, and it's gonna be dope.
Definitely. Young Sandman Griffin will be back. Sandman Griffin off that gin right now. Oh man, you smell like a party. All right. Yeah, for sure. So listen, we about to get up off here. Instagram, we will be right back. If you have a question, paste it as soon as we get back so we can answer you early.
Hey.
All right, and we'll be back.
And YouTube, we still here. Eternal Lights that Trizzle Your House on Fire, bro. I was making beats. Right. Now I was just making beats, bro. I was making some fire.
It's a meme.
That's what happened, bro.
It's a meme going on. Share the story. All right, I'm about to go live. I clicked it. Bow.
Is it unprofessional if I run upstairs to go get the tequila?
Kind of, but I can't guarantee I won't do the same thing in about 10 minutes.
Well, since you said that, guys, forgive me if you just see a green screen. Or are you back on?
Yeah, I'm back on. We in here.
Let me see. SoundOracle.
We in the building. Yes, sir. Some got it. He's in here. Man, the round of applause for all the people that's joining. Oh, what do you think about that?
I'm bugging. My bad. I'm looking at the wrong thing. All right.
You tripping, son?
But because I got Instagram on my computer too.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, why can't I join the live?
Wait. So this thing says, what do you think about the influx of beat makers giving away beats for free?
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with it as long as you have a strategy. If you have a strategy to what you're doing, then I mean, you're gonna win. You know what I mean? You're gonna do your thing. It's like if you go to the mall and they're giving out free samples in a food court, they're not giving out free samples just to give out free samples. They have a strategy and it's proven to lead to more sales. So I think just even giving that very simple comparison, I think if you have a plan and a strategy for giving out free beats, hey man, more power to you. Right. And get your money in the long run.
Yeah, I agree with what you said, bro. Like, as long as it's a method to the madness, because it's hard to, if you're a new producer, it's hard to get somebody just to buy a beat. But if you give them something, it's like, oh, okay, cool. Oh, you gotta add me, bro. I'm over here talking. They can't even.
Oh, damn. That's why you're not even on here. Damn, that's a lot of comments too. Let me get you added and then go back to some of these comments. Oh yeah, my man waved and viewed and all that stuff. I missed it. Here we go. Boom. I just clicked you. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm back.
Trish is in the building.
I'm back. All right. But yeah, I was saying, like, giving away something for free is good as long as you have the plan afterwards. But just don't I either give away beats for free or I sell them. It's no in between. I don't really do the cheap in between thing. I do either it's free or I'm taxing, unless it's the homie. You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
So yeah, I mean that's the way I approach stuff. Free isn't always bad, you know. Sometimes you need to do free.
No, it's a plan of attack. It's a way to get your foot in the door, especially if you're building a brand. Free can really work for you. If you come in trying to build a brand really early and no one knows about you, you start trying to charge astronomical prices, it may not work out. But if you can get people to get a sample, see what you're about, and hopefully you have something that they cannot not buy, then you good to go. You know what I mean?
Hey, young Diego Ave, what up, bro?
What up? What up?
Yo, Diego just produced a joint with T Grizzly with Scott Storch that just came out. We're gonna be on live Monday, man. So it's gonna be dope. Yeah,
Shout out Diego Ave, man.
Let's see.
You gonna say, is it true rappers going YouTube to buy beats for cheap instead of getting them from big time producers? I seen MG the Future talk about it. I mean, I don't know firsthand, but I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, it's not like it's a shortage of good beats out there. So if I'm a rapper, even with a budget, like a decent following and a decent budget and all that, I know what I could get from bigger producers. But if producers that aren't charging as much have as good or even similar quality, why wouldn't I explore that? So I'm pretty sure that artists are doing that.
That's facts. Yeah, I mean, it's always going to be there. But then it comes to brand versus, quality and price versus brand. And because if you work with a Timberland, you're getting much more than a beat. You're getting a cosign, you're getting a stamp, you're getting a lot of stuff that comes with it.
Oh, you getting a ton of stuff, bro.
Yeah, because it's like if you got a Timberland beat, people are already looking at you differently than if you just got random kid number 5 off YouTube,
Not random kid number. Random kid number 5 got some fire ass beats though.
Yeah, I mean, bro, it's not many whack beats out here. Well, I can't even say that, bro.
Well,
I can't even say it, but it's far and few between with whack beats.
Yeah, it used to be a time where most people were whack, and now it's the complete opposite. Oh man, I think I went off of Instagram. Okay, I'm back on, but now I lost my viewing on my screen. So
yeah, you spinning wheel of death for me over here.
Okay, so I'm not even coming through over there.
You look froze.
Oh man. Boo!
Boo!
Boo this man.
You gonna restart it?
Yeah. Hold on. Don't jump off yet. Damn man, I was popping. Sorry, YouTubes. I'm about to get my whole setup going on again.
I said we good on YouTube. Let's see. Nipsey taught us how to charge more than what we're used to paying. No beats less than 500 unless we think we can grow together. That's facts. I just think it's to sell a beat to random, it's gonna cost 500. I just think it's not a right or wrong. I just think it's just a mindset. I mean, the more I go along, I understand people selling beats for cheap. You know what I'm saying? It took me a lot. One, it took me being around people who are starting out again. Like I got a homeboy who just started making beats, and him learning has taught me so much because I haven't had to learn this stuff in so long. I've been 15 years removed of learning this kind of stuff. So watching him go through these kind of stuff, I'm like, oh, that's why you think it's like that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's froze. Did you backed out?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah. I'm not even in this joint no more.
No, it still say you was in there.
Nah, I'm out, but I'm trying to get my whole life set back up.
Carol Baskins killed her husband, whacked him.
So I'm gonna ask this question while I'm trying to figure things out, and I guess everybody's looking at my hoodie or whatever. What does this joint say? So I wrote this down. Oh, pre-mixing or post-mixing, which is better for workflow? I'm thinking Honestly,
It's
I'm
weird.
thinking
It still
both,
say you in
man.
there.
That's crazy. Because I closed all the programs off of my junk.
Yeah, it's still showing like you on
Froze.
Instagram, and I'm in there.
Damn. Okay. Well, we can kind of keep it going. I'm like up and moving around and everything right now.
I can't even join on Instagram to add you. That's weird.
Yeah. Hold on.
Let me close up my Instagram.
Yeah, my Instagram ain't even open. Come on, ATT.
Yeah, your joint's still going. And show me still in there.
Man, that's crazy. Hold on.
Carol Baskins. We'll see. Have y'all seen Mike and Keys and my guy Mars beat auction on Instagram Live?
No, but
that's
shout
dope.
out to Mike and Keys, man.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's a smart idea.
Yeah, Mike and Keys, super fire. I met them actually in Paris. They were at the same conference I was at in Paris, and we got cool then. We just beat battle together, and man, yo, they just super talented. As you know, they did a whole bunch of stuff for Nipsey. You know.
Oh yeah, they killed that joint.
Yeah. Shout out to
they
Mike
start
and
at
Keys.
100 and go up. Oh, that's kind of fire. That's a dope concept. I like that. They're doing some. They're taking the same concept, but they're making it different and unique and adding something to it. That's fire.
Smart, bro. That's smart.
Yeah, bro. It's still showing on
that's crazy.
Instagram, like we both in there.
Hold on, man. I'm trying to fix this.
Carol Baskins killed her husband, whacked him.
Hold on, I'm about to go.
Couldn't tell me it did not happen.
I'm about to go live again. Boom, and come on. All right, I clicked the live.
Okay, now you disappeared. Like you had to boot yourself off.
That's crazy. I had to go back out. I think, funny enough, it was I got a sale and that kicked me out. All right, come on. All right, we back in here, man. All
right, hold on. I'm gonna do the 10-yard dash real quick. BRB, why are you getting that?
All right, cool. And I see you. I'm gonna go ahead and add you. I probably should have waited to add Trezor. Hold on, I'm gonna wait to add him when he comes back. Anyway, so until Trezor gets back, the question that we had was pre-mixing or post-mixing, which is better for your workflow? I will honestly say both. Pre-mixing, if you pre-mix your beat, let's say before you send it to the artist or you send it to the writer, you got a good chance to make the experience a lot better for them. You know what I mean? Like make sure that they have enough headroom, make sure certain things aren't too loud, especially in the vocal range. And I believe like you'll be all right. Then when it comes to post-mixing, of course, anyone can understand the importance of post-mixing. So now once you got your pre-mix and then you got your reference or your lyrics or whatever over it, you could do all of the mixing in this stage, but I do think mixing as you go, meaning starting in the pre-mix and then doing some more post-mixing and then maybe even a rinse and repeat type cycle for that will just make for a better experience for you and a better experience for the artist. And if you have a lot going back and forth or a lot of revisions, you don't have to try to fix a lot of stuff in the end, if that makes sense.
That's facts.
Bet. All right, cool. Let me bring you in here.
Y'all know who keeping it gangster.
You see Rory and Maul did a Fab versus Wayne battle?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yep.
I just brought the whole jug. We keeping it gangster out here.
Damn. Keeping it gangster.
I bring the whole jug. He's got the whole jug in his hand. Yeah, I think do you make beats with like a limiter and stuff on at the beginning?
I've done it at times. Maybe not a limiter, but I do always have a few things that are always on, and only because they're in my template, because I know that they work for all occasions.
Mm-hmm. Like, bro, it took me forever to figure out. And Fruity Loops, when you turn it on, it automatically has a limiter. I'm like, bro, why does everything sound like this?
Sound
bro?
like it, yeah.
That's the first thing I do is turn that shit off, bro.
Yeah. So you don't like it?
No, I hate it. I hate it because like your 808, I be wanting my shit to be like extra exaggerated, and you can't get that oomph that I want.
Got you.
Do labels really get their producers to remake producers' beats? I'm sure it's happened.
Yeah,
I don't think it's like a common practice.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that it's happened, but I wouldn't say it's like the industry staple of how to get songs out. But I mean, it happens the same way. Everything's happened once, twice, or a couple times.
Yeah. Is it just a Fruity limiter that sucks? I don't think it's just. It's just the limiter. Period. It's not really depending on Fruity Loops. I just don't like. You remember like T-Rex back in the day, like.
Yeah.
I used to make beats with T-Rex already on it, but the reason why I stopped is because it's coloring what I'm hearing already. So I'm not really hearing what the beat is. So I would track it out and it would sound completely different because it wasn't running through all that stuff. So now I try to get everything to sound great without all of that stuff and then put stuff on top of it.
I used to do that with L2. L2 used to be the shit.
Right.
But every now and again when I'm messing around, I will put who do I put on my master? Wolf compressor, and put it on the 303 setting just to get a pseudo SB303 sound while I'm messing around and going through ideas. I probably need to just stop being lazy and actually buy a 303 or a 404 just straight offline and stop playing around. But if you don't have a 303 or a 404, Wolf compressor is it's pretty dope. I don't know how accurate it is, but I like it. It's pretty cool.
Facts. Diego said, "Fuck limiters." Hey, bro.
Hey, Diego, he's one of those mixing geniuses, man.
Bro, people don't, bro. Diego mixing. He's one of the few people that I think he's fired beats. But his mixing is like they about what and what. Like he can go toe for toe engineering, he can go toe for toe producing. So that's what I listen to, bro. If he be like, yo, take it off, I'm trusting his ear.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. Wait, we got a good question. Do you think that producers should rent out equipment as studio equipment for extra cash? I don't. If you like the equipment, I would not.
Yeah, because people gonna tear him up.
Yeah, if it's just extra laying around, in my mind, if you can take the L, like somebody's gonna tear this up and you got the right rules or whatever in place. If you can take the L, then go ahead. But if it's like your personal equipment and you like one day I might want to use that, and if you're like me, you think that about every single thing in your studio, then I just wouldn't do it. But I'm not that person anyway. That's somebody else might be different, but for me, I'm like, nah. I don't even sell old equipment. I definitely want to rent it out.
Oh yeah, you definitely not the one. I can see where it could be dope because like when we were shooting a course for the music producer mindset, right? We rented a camera off this website called, what was it called? Share Grid, something like that, right? And we rented the camera, and it was for us. It was super helpful because we got this nice camera. It was a good price. But I just don't think that you make that much money off of it. It's one of those like slow kind of, it's like mini Airbnb. You know what I mean? It's like you rent it out and you're going to make a little bit of money each time, but you got to be careful because not everybody's going to treat your stuff the same way. And, especially with studio equipment, people going to smoke on it. People going to bang it up a little bit.
Yeah, not the kid, bro. Not the kid.
I think it's something else you could do for the money.
Yeah.
It's going to require that same amount of time.
Man, here's a good question. What are some ways to magnify studio vibes?
Ooh.
All right. I think number one, having the right energy. You hear that a lot, especially in music. We always talk about vibe. We always talk about energy. To me, that translates into being somebody who's either A, inspirational, or B, it's just a joy to be around. You know what I mean? You've been in places where some people, they just got a spirit about them that's just so good. It makes the whole room seem like it's more fun. Or, you know what I find really enhances studio vibes? Being prepared. And the reason why being prepared will really enhance the vibes is because it keeps things moving faster. If you notice, when the vibe dies, it's either because somebody did something foul or something is just taking way too much time. So the more prepared you are, if you're already in a good spirit, you're already being inspirational, everything is feeling good. If you can keep things flowing, like pull up things, boom, be ready to go. Like, all right, I want to make a change here, and be able to make that change really quick. It adds to the vibe and it builds to the confidence of the whole team or everybody that you're working with. Everybody's more confident in what's going on. Everybody's happier. I just think really, man, being in good spirits and being really prepared, that helps. And last thing I will say is, when you come into a session, especially when you don't know people, speak to everybody. And it may sound kind of crazy. Smile with your eyes, or smiles. Yeah, all right, yeah. Yeah, but yeah, smiles. I mean, it really helps. And you never know what relationships you'll build by just having proper studio etiquette.
No, that's real. I was going somewhere completely different. One, I was gonna say, and I mean this in a nice way, women to me are the best thing in the studio because they're the world's greatest A&Rs. Because if I'm making music and women are dancing to it, it's the same principle with DJing. If women are dancing to it, then my job is complete. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm DJing, I only care about the women, because if they dance, everybody else is gonna be happy. And the same kind of thing with making beats. If like the women are happy, then the guys are gonna fall in line eventually. You know what I'm saying? Keith the Beef, what up, man?
Young Keith, what up?
We gotta get Keith on here, man.
Oh yeah, Keith is somebody that people need to hear from him. And I think he would be a great person to actually answer this question. I wish he was on here now.
Oh, Keith is the vibe guy.
Yeah.
Keith is the vibe guy.
He gonna have the hookah and all that.
Yeah, I learned from Keith. And for like the studio vibe, you gotta have the lights. You gotta have the ambiance right.
You do.
I mean, alcohol helps.
You gotta have
all of those things.
I was kind of going to get into that, depending on the type of person you are. You gotta have the drinks on deck, whatever else you need to get the party going. You gotta have that on deck. But let me ask you this: so you in the studio, you recording a song, making a beat, whatever's going on, and you look over, is 4 women on the couch, and they all on their phone, not moving. What you gonna do?
Ooh, yeah, you gotta switch up the vibe. You gotta switch up the vibe. You definitely. It's very, bro. I've been in a situation where I've been in the studio and all these people, maybe 20 or 30 people who are about to come back from the club are coming, and we're making beats.
Oh yeah.
So it's like that pressure of like, they want to hear music. They just come from the club, and then everybody's watching you make beats.
And they already in that zone.
They in that zone. They all drunk. You got to keep that energy up. I mean, it's good, It's good to, it's a practice. Keith said that let you know that ain't it, bro.
Yep.
Biggest facts.
Yeah, that's a fact. I ain't gonna lie. If I see that happening, I'm just let them all know they're a bit overdressed for this focus group. But I'm gonna start asking some questions.
Let me switch up the vibe real quick.
What is it about the beat? Billboard Hitmakers back in the building. Keep the beef in the building. Come on, man. We got some heavy hitters in here right now. Yeah, y'all gotta stop playing. We got some heavy hitters in here.
Says, smoke weed and do drugs. Now I don't know about going that heavy.
Hey, listen.
But if whatever floats your boat.
If that enhances your session, you gotta let it go. Also, if you're a new producer and then you finally get into a big session, don't be surprised at some of the things you might see being done in a session. They may not be your cup of tea. You may not have ever seen them before, but just know that some people need to do certain things to get right. And fortunately or unfortunately, it'll all become second nature to you. You won't even bat an eye when you see it the next time. But I remember being early into this, I was a little surprised at some of the things I saw.
That's right.
You hear the stories, but then you're like, whoa, oh shit, that's real.
It was like on the Mike Jordan doc when he was talking about he walked in the Dennis Rodman room.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, I can't even tell you what was going on.
That's a fact. Hey man, they called it what?
I was gonna say, and don't be the guy who over drinks and over smokes and all of that in the sessions, because that's the worst guy to be.
Oh yeah.
As a guy who's been in a session and smoked too much and been in a session, and I was just in there tripping out. Don't be that guy. Nobody wants to be around that guy. So it's a balance.
You're gonna be sleep, man.
Yeah, you want to be the fun guy. You want to be the enjoyable person that people want to be around, and then that's how you be successful.
Yeah, I made a living being the person that doesn't have to get out of the room when they say everybody out.
Oh, bro,
that's like the ultimate thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's that, and then it becomes the everybody out, but not you, because I need your opinion on something.
That's facts.
That's kind of how I knew I was off to the. I stopped having to get out of the room, and then I started being into. Not only can you stay, let us ask your opinion on this, and that's how you know. I mean, it's good for your personal value, your personal brand, but that's how you know you're adding value to other people.
That's fact.
Because all they're doing is getting rid of people who are distractions.
Chambers said water is key. Bro, if you don't shut your Chambers, all you can drink is water, dog. Chambers, if you doing anything else, I'm whooping your ass personally, dog.
That's a fact. But he's right. You got to stay hydrated.
Yeah, that is true. It's very true. But if Chambers, you drinking anything other than NyQuil when you sick, it's fisticuffs, my brother.
Not the quill,
though. Keith said, but there are selfish producers who don't care about the vibe and they care more about what they like. That is true.
Yeah, but you're going to end up with an empty room and bad opinions. Yeah,
that's
nobody going to fuck with you.
That's very true.
Yeah, I believe you got to be a man or a woman of the people, so people stay coming into your sessions. People who either A, you value their opinion, or B, you don't know them at all, so you know you're getting a honest opinion. Don't be the person that's always in the studio by yourself with nobody in there, because you're gonna make a ton of shit that somebody could have easily been like, you know what, you should probably stop making that.
Yes, and I've been that dude who I stay in the studio by myself, but when you by yourself, you make everything is skewed to one kind of vibe. I mean, you could do it, but it's, to me, if you want to get further, you collab. Like, bro, I made a beat yesterday, bro. Beat was cool. I like the idea, bro. I sent it to Diego. When I heard that, bro, we were talking like 4 a.m. I'm like, bro, this joint is crazy, dog.
Put the spice on it.
Bro, it was just, but it's because we collab. If I would have just did the idea of myself, it wouldn't have got that far. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that I'm cool with other opinions and all that, it went to somewhere where I didn't think it was gonna go. Yeah. And I think that's what's dope. You know, and the same thing with having people in the room and that energy is different. That's why it's hard for me to make beats at home. It's because I don't have that other person in the room, like, even if they're not even making beats, just that energy of somebody else like vibing with it.
Yeah.
It's kind of a, like, you be like, oh, because sometimes you'll play something, you be like, and people start going crazy about it. You be like, man, I didn't even think that was the one. But let me see what this idea is about.
Yep. Now imagine if it's somebody you really respect their opinion. Oh man, it makes making beats easier, because think about this. As a producer, think about how many different decisions you make in the process of making a track. Which hi-hat to use, which snare to use, which kick to use, how do I do this, how do I do that? When you got other people in the room, a certain pedigree of people, and they say something, either good or bad, it helps you make that decision. It minimizes your decision fatigue. And decision fatigue is a real thing, because I think people really underestimate how many decisions they make during a typical track, but it's probably hundreds of micro decisions that you're making. Mm-hmm. So if you have anybody in the room that can just give some type of natural, organic input, that might help you make that decision a lot faster. Now that frees up your space in your mind to make more decisions that only you can answer. So, man, shout out to all the people that be in the studio, especially people with the good vibe, you know, people that drink, really, really having a good time, don't really overdo it, man. Mm-hmm. Those are the most valuable people. You are the studio MVPs.
That's like, have you ever seen that meme? And it's like that kid, he making that ugly beat face. It's like, it's the most, bro, that is, if someone makes that face and you playing something, like, bro, that is like the most joyous thing. Like, okay, I'm doing something. I'm here. I've made it.
That's a fact. But don't slap me on my shoulder.
Oh yeah. Bro, I did. So I've been recording. If people are wondering why I have a green screen, I've had this for years now, but I keep meaning to use it. And so lately I've been using it a whole lot. I've been setting up my stream. And so I was doing a reaction video. I'll probably put it up in the next couple weeks, but someone's making a beat and the dude is just talking the whole time. And I talk about how much I hate that, dog. Because the person, I don't want to give the video away, but he was in the zone, bro. And the dude was like, yo, he like tapping him on the shoulder. I'm like, bro, if you don't get away from me with that, bro, if you don't leave me alone.
Yeah. Wait, I was the guy who did too much on tour with Twister, shaking my head. Biggest learning hump in my life. Yeah. Yeah, tour life is it's more to deal with.
Yeah. I've had brief experiences with tour life, and it was a lot. It was a lot. It was fun, but it was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
I've been on a couple tours briefly, not full tours, but once again, it's one of the things that made me realize not everything in this industry is for me. Tour life, not really for me. And I did it off and on for a couple of years, like maybe 2 years or something like that. Nah. You gotta know who you are on the inside. It wasn't for me.
Quintino says, I toured the dispensaries. That's a nice tour. That's a nice tour. I like that tour.
Sold out crowd.
Oh, this is a question. Eternal Life said, either y'all website, can you one of y'all recommend a kit that has snappy snares?
I think there's a joke being made right there. Snappy snares.
Hi-hats, snappy snares.
Yeah, what you got?
I would say on the producer kit, check out Ultimate 1 or 2. It's like the producer's favorite, man. Everybody always goes back to those kits, man. So I think you could get some good vibes out of that.
Oh, I got a lot of drum kits. So I would say any of the Oracle packs, actually the Oracle pack bundle, you'll be good to go. But if you just want one kit, maybe go with Moon Rocks.
That's a good one.
Yeah, and to anybody in here who has any of my drum kits, if there's one that has particularly snappy snares that you think this person be interested in, post them here in the chat. I think that'd be dope.
When music hits you, it feels no pain.
not the Bob Marley joint. We can't ever get away from that quote,
bro. I hate it. Every time we would hire writers for something, that would be like the common thing.
Yeah,
I was like, bro, if y'all don't get away from me,
man. Wait, so we have a real quick question before we get back into the chat, and it's what are some ways to get punchier kicks and punchier 808s?
That's a good one.
I feel like as opposed to techniques, some of the tools you'll need, they aren't really exciting, but they're the go-to tools to do just pretty much anything that you want to do. It's going to be EQ for sure, especially if you have a kick and an 808 going together. EQ is going to be one of your best friends. But even individually, transient shapers work.
Man.
Yeah, transient shapers work very well. If you haven't experimented with transient shapers before, I suggest that you just load one up. Your DAW probably came with one. If you use an Ableton, you can load up Drum Bus. It has a transient shaper in it.
Native got one.
Yeah, definitely. And also, man, check out SoundOracle.net. Hit up our blogs and tutorials section because there are a ton of videos on how to get your drums and your overall mixes to sound better.
Young Realistic to God, man.
Shout out. That's my guy, man. Shout out to Realistic, man. Also, while we shouting out people, man, shout out to Realistic. Shout out to Beats Music. Beats Music's been doing a lot for the squad. He's been doing a lot for the podcast. Shout out to Smoking. Shout out to Chambers. Shout out to Simba. Yeah, exactly. Also, shout out to Umami for being back.
Hey, Umami Tsunami.
Yeah, dog. We got one of the dopest communities ever. Oh, also, man, shout out to Oral Soul Beats. Definitely shout out to him. It's a lot of people, man. A lot of people make this podcast happen and make these brands happen, man. So shout out to them for sure.
Oh, I saw it was a good question. Hold on. I just scrolled right by it. Damn it. Hold on. You talk about something while I find this question because it was good.
Okay.
I don't want to miss it.
Depending on how the quarantine things go, are you guys going to do the live event before the year ends? I would really like to. It just depends on how things are, like you said, but I would really like to do the live event, man. And honestly, if it looks like it's going on too long, we could even do like a virtual joint. You know, it could kind of be the same. We could have panelists. We could really do our thing, but it'd be virtual. It's not the same as being in a room with these people, and we definitely wouldn't have to cook up afterwards. But at the same time, we can get more people from different parts of the world in there. So
no alcohol. We can't get y'all drunk either.
Can't get you. You can get yourself drunk though.
Yeah, that's true.
Red Cup gang, Red Cups.
Let's see. How do I get my mindset to produce like how do I get out of the mindset trying to produce like everyone else? I then get depressed when my beats don't sound like Metro or Wheezy. So here's a cool tip. You're not Metro and you're not Wheezy. So your beat should sound like who you are. I mean, to me, it's simple as that. You like Wheezy because Wheezy sounds like Wheezy, and you like Metro because Metro sounds like Metro. But you had to be brave enough to make those records that sound like you before people can understand that they like those kind of records.
That's true. I think two things are going on here when that happens. Number one, you like these people because you have good taste. That's the thing. You have good taste. You know what a good beat sounds like, and you know what direction you want to go in. You may be disappointed in your own beats when you try to make them because there is a slight disconnect between your taste and your ability. So if you like certain people, I would study them, not copy them, but just realize what it is about them that you like and why you like them, and really deconstruct that. And then when it comes back to doing your own thing, just kind of apply some of that. But remember, the overall goal, man, is to bridge the gap between your taste and your ability.
Facts.
Yeah.
Was it a point in anybody's career when they felt not so confident about their beats, and how do you get more confident?
I think it happens all the time, to be honest with you, man. I don't know if a lot of you are familiar with imposter syndrome. A lot of people go through imposter syndrome. I know for a fact I go through imposter syndrome. I've gone through it a lot throughout my career. I continue to go through it all the time. And what imposter syndrome is no matter how good you are at something, especially if something is easy to you or kind of like second nature, you start to feel like you are a fraud. Like people are gonna like discover that you're a fraud, even though you are 100% legit in your ability and your know-how and all that. You just will get this feeling. It happens to some people. It happens to a lot of people. You'll get this feeling like people will find out that you not all you cracked up to be. That is called imposter syndrome. Do you ever suffer from that, bro?
Oh, all the time, bro. All the time, bro.
Yeah, spare the hearts if you suffer from imposter syndrome ever.
Bro, like, I had took a little break from making beats for a second, and I'm just getting back. And at the beginning, I was really like weird about, like, I'm like, man, I don't know if I'm in the right vibe. Like, I don't know if I'm, like, is the stuff I'm making good? Mm-hmm. But what I realized is I just got to get back to doing me, and I got to get around other people whose opinions I value. And I'm not always going to win in everything. So I'm going to make some stuff that doesn't always work. But as long as I got people around me that's telling me, like, this is good, or, work on this, then it's like, all right, cool. I could get back to that point. I could work up to that point, but it's not always going to be perfect, So it took me a second to realize that. But once I felt comfortable about that. And then, if you got people who are honest with you and you make something great and they tell you, then it's like, oh, okay, I still got it. I'm still here. You know what I mean? Agreed. So I think that's a lot of it, man. Confidence comes from just keep working at it and, progression. I think what people want to hear is the progression, and not really, it's not like a necessarily thing like you wake up and you're great. People want to see the progression of what they've been doing. But you got to have honest people around you. You got to have someone to tell you, like, oh, that ain't it, or this is it, And then once you do that, I feel like the confidence starts coming. Because once you start getting more of this is it, then this ain't it, then you like, all right, I'm on to something.
Yeah. Confidence leads to more action, which leads to more success, and more success leads to more confidence, which leads to more action, leads to more success, and then you get caught up in a snowball, and that's the snowball you want to be in.
That's right.
Yeah.
Slim True, what up? He said just got the ultimate beat mixing course and the impact bundle.
Hey. Much love, man. Shout out to everybody going to SoundOracle.net, copying the art of beat mixing. It's really a game changer, and I'm not going to get into it for too much, but I will say one of the things that is swaying artists to buy or not buy your tracks, or swaying A&Rs to pass on your tracks or pass on your tracks, is your mix. A lot of us just spend a whole bunch of time, days, weeks, hours, whatever you spend making a beat, and then we totally neglect the mix. So you can have a super dope beat and you can send it to somebody, and if the mix ain't right, they're gonna skip it, they're gonna pass on it, they're gonna not buy it. You don't want your competition out here getting your placements and getting the money that you deserve just because you fell asleep at the wheel when it came to your mix. So cop the art of beat mixing, man. Payment plans available.
BNB, what up, bro? I ain't talking to him in a minute. We'll see. Billboard Hitmaker said using UAD Shadow Hills and Transient Designer on drum bus.
Hey, come on. Hey, listen to Billboard Hitmakers, man.
They in action.
I'm just saying.
Check the billboards and then listen to them. That's how you should do it, in that order.
It's not a name. It's a real thing. They are
That's
really
facts. How do you find your own sound melodically?
It's a combination of what you like and how far you are willing to experiment or tweak. I think everything that everything unique to you, any type of special thing, it stems from something that you already like, which is a good starting point. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Do you agree?
Yeah, I feel like I'm a child of Pharrell, Timbaland, Scott Storch, Dilla. You know, it's like it's all these little pieces of I like this person for this, I like this person for this, and you combine it, and then that's me. But that means it's something different, you know. So it's just taking little pieces from here, little pieces from there, and I think the issue is when you just take a whole piece from over here. You know what I mean? That's when the issue starts becoming when you don't sound like unique.
Yeah, be a student of the game. Don't just like stuff and copy it.
Yeah.
Like it, study it, dissect it, find out what it is about it that you like, find out all the working parts to get to what that is that you like, and then figure out how to do those, and then somehow make those things your own. I think that's how you really develop your sound.
Was that the B&B?
You know it, man.
The B&B.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you going ham?
Yeah,
you going ham?
Yeah, come on, man. It's May 1st. You know
that's that money. First. That's that money notification. That's the new money notification.
Yeah.
Bridge the gap between your taste and ability, Jim. Ooh,
yeah.
You might have to put that on a shirt, cuz.
Hey, already. And I think that's the reason why you hear a lot of people, not a lot of people, but you see some people that have beats that aren't that good, or you might even think that they're bad. But the people themselves almost strike you as delusional because to them, the beats are good. I think for a lot of those people, there's just a little gap between them having good taste and their ability. And they, although they are experiencing that gap, they don't hear that gap because of maybe a bit of delusion is setting in. But I just really think the gap between taste and ability is overlooked, and it's the cause of a lot of things that make you question some people's musical ability and musical choices.
Bro, I got my homeboy. I've been helping him with making beats. Right, he's been making beats for 2-3 months now. I know a guy that's been making beats for 10 years, bro, and my homeboy is making beats for 3 months. It's 20 times better than him, right? And the reason why I think he's so much better and he picked up so much quicker is one, he was around other people to give him feedback that were honest with him. His dad is a DJ, so he's got that feedback. You know, he knows music in a way, even though music isn't his thing. And he's open to learning. So he's like, I talk to him and he's sending me tutorials like, oh, you know, did you know about this? So he's so eager to learn that he's gonna figure it out, you know? And I feel like that combination of having all of that you can figure out, you can get to wherever you need to be.
Oh yeah,
It's
it's
just when
always
you're
good to have
lacking
them
in one of
people.
those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's always good to have somebody that's new and fresh and really excited on deck, because that kind of re-energizes you, and you remember when you felt that way. All right, B&B.
Business-wise, what would you change about the way you set up your company when you first started versus now?
I would have gotten to automation a lot earlier. I don't know if a lot of people noticed when I first started selling things online. I was actually fulfilling each order by hand.
Or it could be over here. I'll be over his crib. He'd be like, "You got the trigger with the fingers." So he'd be like, "Oh yeah, order."
That'd be a fact. Somebody would place an order. I think I only had like one product at the time, but as they came in, I used to like copy a link and send it to them, and then I figured out how to make a shortcut to make type in 2 letters to make the link, and then I learned about, of course, automation and a few things that we use to sell digital products now. But man, when I first started, I was trapping. If you bought something from me, I sent you that link by hand, and I made sure I tried to make it like within 10 minutes you would get that. So that means at night there was no do not disturb. If my phone went off in the middle of the night with that specific sound, I woke up, I hit you with the link, whether I was typing it, whether I was pasting it, depending on where I was at the time. But I was hustling, bro. I was definitely hustling. Then I had to learn about websites and different apps and things like that. But shit, when you don't know, you're gonna do what you gotta do to get that bread.
That's right. See, I feel like me and Oracle are almost the opposites, to where I knew about certain like web stuff. I wasn't as organized, but Oracle is a very like organized type person. So I learned a lot of that organization kind of stuff from him. And then I try to help him on web stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it balanced out.
Did. Yeah.
And so that was the thing, like the systems kind of thing. I wish I would have learned that early. If I would have understood that like way early, man, I ain't no telling how much more money I would have made in this and just in life. With this business and other businesses, if I would have understood how important to have like a system of this is going to happen every time, this is how I troubleshoot if something goes wrong, and this is how I progress further.
Yeah. Man, real quick, I guess we can get into our techie, a real quick tech part of the show. I got some zaps to show you later.
Ooh, I need that.
Dog, I went with I got into the big boy Zapier. Not the big boy, but the...
How much you paying?
I'm paying about $1 and some change.
Ooh, okay. All right.
It's worth it though. I'm paying $1 and some change, bro.
Yeah. We got to talk, because I thought I was doing it with the 50.
Oh yeah, no, I was on the 50, but I started paying $1 and change, and I'm like, oh, this is change. Okay. So that day I went with the big boy Zapier, and I went with the big boy Airtable.
Oh snap!
Yeah, Airtable you can really use for free and get it off, but bruh, when you go with the big boy Airtable with the big boy Zapier, remember that app we were looking at, Vendor? There was a bust.
Oh yeah.
This can get you there and a lot more.
All right, you're gonna have to show me that, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, we can go over that over the weekend, bro.
See, do you ever get worried about making too many beats that sound similar to each other?
Nah. I don't, because think about how many beats you make and think about how many beats you'll place. Even if you're a producer that gets placements all the time or gets sales a lot, if I make 10 tracks that sound alike, out of those 10, how many will be heard? Out of the ones that are heard, how many will actually be placed? You know what I mean? Like, I think as producers, we're the one that make all the beats, and we spend all the time with them, and we really romanticize about the beats that we make. But if you think about it, man, only a certain select few are going to get heard. And out of those ones that get heard, only a certain select few are even going to get chosen. So it doesn't matter how many beats you have. It's about how many beats you have out there and what's happening to them.
And let you catch one, get a placement, and then people are going to be like, hey, give me a beat like that one. I need a beat just like that. And they're going to want a copy of that beat.
And guess what you got? It's 50 love, mama.
You think Lil Jon worried about if his beat sound alike? You think Mustard worried about his beat sound alike?
Man, listen.
That's kind of like your sound. The Neptunes use that clav and the same drums on hundreds of records, bro. And I've never complained, bro.
Man, dog, think about when Tim first came out. Tim had 2 snares.
Bruh. And
they worked on everything, bro.
And I loved it, bro.
Worked on everything. Nobody cared. Yeah. It's producers that use the same chord progressions all the time.
Bro, Babyface. Bro, to me, most of Babyface songs are the exact same chord progression. He just flipped them.
Formulaic.
Yeah. It's smart.
Yeah. Shout out to Babyface.
Young Slim Trill, he said, what is a example mindset for your producer goals? Like, there's so many lanes to go for versatile producers when it comes to making singles or projects or collabs. Man, for me, bro, is I want to make good records. The dude that introduced me to Oracle, his name is Jay. Jay would say, make a good record and it'll find a home. That's what he always would say to me. Make a good record and it'll find a home. So that's what I try to do, bro. So I try to make a good record and it's going to find a home.
That's good. For me, I'd like to excite people. That's really my mindset when going in to excite people. And you hear something and the first thing you feel is like, damn, that's refreshing, or that's different, or I'm happy I listened to this. I try to go for that every time.
Hey,
yeah,
I'm with it. I'm with it. Young IDK Jr., what up, bro?
What up,
man? Hope everything good, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, IDK the homie, man.
Yes, sir.
And when all of this is over, we got to pull back up to 10 Lizzies.
Bro, I had so much fun that day. I still got that video too.
Yeah, we was lit that day.
Yep. Me, you, IDK, Paul Cab. It was a whole bunch of us there, bro.
Who else was there? Somebody. Oh, Yin the Sage.
Yin the Sage was there.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot. It was a lot of us there though.
Yeah, that was a good times. Let's see. What was the most important thing you learned over the years regarding samples and using original stems?
The most important thing I learned over the years with using samples in terms of, I don't know if you're talking about samples, but like samples is that they don't cost that much to clear. That is definitely one thing that I learned, and ways to get around them. And regarding the original stems, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that part. I might be missing your question.
I think he just mean like flipping, like even if you got loops and stuff, like how do you flip? Like what did you learn about flipping those kind of joints?
Ask how can you make this better at least 2 times. Take something, flip it, and be like, how can I make it better? Flip it again, and then ask yourself again, how can I make that better? And flip it again.
That's a gem. When you said that, bro, I've been doing that ever since the first time you brought that joint up.
Dog, that works with so many things in life. Making a decision, you ask yourself why 3 times. Like I do that with everything. And since I learned that gem, I forgot where I even picked it up from, but since I learned that, it's made life so much better for me, bro.
That's facts.
Yeah.
No, that's a good gem. Jim Jones.
Apple status.
Let's see. How would you organize your pack to send out? Variety or specific?
Variety. I'm definitely about the variety, bro. Yeah.
Bruh. Perfect example. So Cam, shout out to the homie Cam Wallace, right? So Cam is the homie. We always talk about Cam, like we're fans of him. To me, Cam is one of the best rappers / producers that I've met. Like he can, he'll be making a beat and rapping the best verse you've heard in a long time, and making a beat that's crazy at the same time. Like,
and then go write the hook, the singing hook.
And he does it like it's nothing. He'll do this like 50 times a day. So he sends me this record. He's like, bro, I didn't know you produced. I co-produced it with some people. He got the beat from somebody else and didn't know I was a producer on there, right? So he sends me the record, and he's like, yo, send me a pack. So I sent him a pack, and it was 3 beats that I questioned if I should put in the pack. Ooh. 2 of them were very housey. They're very like on some R&B house kind of joints. And I was like, I don't know if I should put them in there. End up putting them in there. And those are the first ones he said something about. He's like, bro, these are crazy. Like, and so if I wouldn't have put it in, I felt like he wouldn't, I could have limited myself. So especially with artists, they don't always want this. I feel like artists always want something different. They're trying to find that new sound. So you can't send them a bunch of the same stuff over and over. You just want to make sure that it's quality, but you don't want to keep sending the same. You don't want to send 20 of the same beats that sound the exact same. You want to give them something to choose from to where they can be like, okay, this is the vibe I'm on. And then you can send more from there,
Yeah, and kind of test. It gives you room to test out different things that you might do. Shout out to Cam. Do you remember the song we did with Cam? It's called Close. It kind of was like Baltimore clubby, but smooth at the same time.
Hold on, did me and you did?
Yep. We did that. I think we was at my crib and we did that joint.
I do remember that joint.
That was fine. I got it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you gotta send me that joint.
I got the instrumental. I think I got 2 different versions of that joint. Yeah. I do.
Send me that joint.
I found a whole folder full of Cam joints.
Oh, Cam got the shields.
Oh yeah, he got the slaps.
I'm telling you, I work better making beats when I can hear people rapping on them and like getting songs written to them. When it's just like making beats just me to be making beats, I get discouraged. I don't like it. But when I hear like a writer put some dope on it, it's like my mind is like, all right, cool, we can go here,
I can get distracted.
Chamber said Trizza can't go on Wildin' Out anymore. Wildin'. Yes, I can. I don't know if I will.
Don't be smacked.
Oh, bro, that episode of Wildin' Out, I was drunk, bro. If you see me in that episode, I was lit, bro. That was a good time. Good time.
Damn.
What would you do if you got a placement, quote unquote, with a young artist with potential? Think he has like 100,000 plays, and when you check the Spotify credits, you aren't listed as the producer.
We have to have a discussion. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk. Yeah, we're gonna have to right some of these wrongs real fast.
Yeah, I need my credit. To me, credit is up there. It's money because I need to support my family and take care of myself. But credit they're about what and what, because with credit you could get more things. Yeah. It's like, I guess it's like credit with like, like money. It's like money and credit. Like you could use credit to get other things. And the same thing is like with your name being featured on stuff and having articles written about you.
Yep. Definitely. Oh, by the way, whoever needs to take a shot, 100%. No. Yeah, there you go. No, I said 100%. You gotta take that shot, man.
Sebastian Beats, what up, bro?
What up? So here's a question. What are some better ways to market type beats other than YouTube? Honestly, off the top, I don't know, but I will say this. With the type beat game going on for as long as it's been going on, it's been years at this point. You may feel like you have seen it all. If you sell beats, you may feel like you have done it all. I just encourage people to find out what's working and take it, find out why it's working, and just put a spin on it. Do you understand how much more exciting this whole community would be if people just put more emphasis on doing things differently? You don't have to stop doing what you're doing, but just kind of shake shit up just a little bit. While I may not know a better way or a better platform off the top, I am here to encourage experimentation, man, and just taking something that everybody's doing, something that may be working, man, just put the slightest spin on it to make it your own. And if everybody did that, things would just exponentially change, get better, and be more interesting all of the time.
Like, I don't get nothing from this. I'm just gonna plug this guy because I feel like he's a smart guy.
Mm-hmm.
Legion Beats is a smart guy, man.
Shout out to Gabe, man.
Like, just talk. Me and him talk casually. We're doing this giveaway together, but we're just like, like we're in the same community, so we talk to each other. Every time I speak to him, he gives me knowledge. He's teaching me stuff, and I've been in a lot of the stuff that he teaches about for years. I've been in ClickFunnels for about 2 years, and he still teaches me stuff about ClickFunnels. So, like what Oracle said, study somebody, and then how can I make it better 2 or 3 times? So I would look towards like what he's doing with selling beats. I would look towards what the top people are doing as far as selling beats. And then how can I make it better 2 or 3 times? And then you're gonna have something. That's what I would do.
Exactly, man. Shout out to Gabe from Legion Beats once again. Yeah, he's inspired Trezor. He's inspired me. My first funnel that I ever got cracking, he gave me feedback on it, and I think that feedback might have changed my life.
Bro.
You know what I mean? So
Bro, he helped a lot, bro.
Yeah, shout out to young Gabe, man, for sure.
Could you leverage smaller played songs, give up credit if you see continuing the relationship and getting more songs with way more plays in the future, though? Why would you give up credit, though? Credit doesn't cost anything. It's literally them.
Yeah. Who's asking you to give up credit, and why would they ask you to do that?
Yeah.
It's not you suggesting that.
Yeah, if they're asking to give up credit, that's to me is when stuff is starting to get fishy.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't cost anything.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, bro.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Oh, we haven't talked about Drake's album yet.
I don't have anything on it.
I haven't listened to it yet.
Yeah, me. I don't have anything on it. Maybe next week, man, we can really like come back because I got zero.
It's dope though. I like how Drake is of the people. I feel like it's the Jordan LeBron comparison, right? Mm-hmm. Jordan is so great and so competitive, and that's the way I look at Jay Z, right? Jay Z is the top of the top. His mindset, competitiveness,
you better believe it.
Is you can never find anybody to beat that. But Drake to me is LeBron in the sense of all around. LeBron is a better person than Jordan is. If I had to compare them, Jordan is a better basketball player, but LeBron is a better all around. I feel like Drake might be better all around than Jay Z, but Jay Z is the greatest rapper. Does that make sense?
For sure. I might even not agree with you on that one part, but I do see your point. I see what you're saying.
I just feel like Drake understands like socially and how to maneuver a little bit better. He's had a few little flaws where it's like, okay, well, it's expected. He's human, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But him going on live and playing the album, I saw that. I didn't get to really watch a lot of it, but just the way he moves is so calculated and so like he's just for the people, And I feel like if Jay Z might have came up in the social media era, he would have figured that out. But same thing with LeBron. LeBron played in a different era, so it's like he had to play different.
Yep, you're absolutely right, bro.
Have you watched that Jordan joint?
I have. I've watched the first 3. I think. Did they do 4 yet?
Yeah, they did 4.
Okay, yeah, I haven't seen 4, but I've seen the first 3. I was on board.
Bro, I respect Dennis Rodman so much more now. Dennis Rodman is that dude, bro.
Yeah, I always respected Dennis Rodman, except for when he married himself. But other than that,
I forgot about that.
I always respected Dennis Rodman. Yeah, yeah. My man married himself, bro.
He's very forward thinking.
So, like, you know what? You deserve a person like me.
You looking in the mirror like me at the
Yo, I'm gonna get this side of the mirror and that side of the mirror together. I think we could do really good things together.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. But I've been watching that joint. I'm definitely gonna catch number 4, as well as 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Oh, right. That joint is inspiring, bro. The whole documentary is one of the greatest. I wish they had like music documentaries where they we followed Swiss Beats around for a year. And it's just Swiss in the studios giving them, the pep talks like Showtime.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Swiss Beats got some of the best studio pep talks I've ever heard.
He looks like he gives good pep talks.
Listen, not only does Swiss Beats give great pep talks, I've heard him give personally 3 studio pep talks to 3 people that did not need them. Understand what I'm saying? You was already hyped. You was already in a good place. You was not down and out. And this man gave you a pep talk that put you even further over where you were.
Who gave you the best studio pep talks since you've been in the studio?
That is the sign of somebody that you need in your corner. You didn't even need a pep talk. all the pep talk is going to do is make you better. Like I said, I've seen him give 3 in-studio pep talks to 3 people that did not need a pep talk at all. And they just got boosted and did even more crazy and inspirational shit. And one of them was Jay Z.
Oh, that's fine.
Yes, exactly.
You need that Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
Was that the best studio pep talk you've heard? Who has the best studio pep talk you've ever heard?
Ooh, Polo. Hands
Polo,
down.
bro. I was in the room with a studio pep talk. Not even he wasn't even talking to me. I was just in the room, and I was like, bro, this is different, dog. This is different.
Polo, man, listen, I will praise Polo for the type of person that he is until the wheels fall off. And I know people are tired of hearing me talk about Polo all the time. He's just a different type of dude, bro. He is just a different type of dude. Facts. And once you met him, you'll be happy you met him. I'll say that.
Yeah. Polo, man, is one of my favorite, dog. I always say it, but like he's in my top, bro.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite people ever.
Personality wise, I think he's dope, and then production wise, he's killing it. So it's just like the both is just like, all right, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who's the best studio talk. I gotta give it to Rico. Rico Love to me gives the best studio pep talks. Like he'll get in there and he'll give you that like remember the Titans kind of pep talk. Like he gonna give you he'll give you that like that I'm gonna talk about your childhood, like reach deep kind of joint, like, and then he gonna be like, all right, break, go, Send
you off to be great.
MIDI keyboards on 3. 1, 2, 3. MIDI
keyboard. Not MIDI for real this time. MIDI keyboard.
Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, I'm trying to think. That might be best.
What about we actually had somebody in here very recently today that I think might have given a good studio pep talk. What about Keith?
Who is it? Oh, Keith is there. Keith is in the top.
Yeah.
He's definitely in the top.
Yeah, Keith is a different type of dude. I
learned a lot from Keith.
Yeah. Speaking of different types of things, we had a interesting question here. Is there a time, if any, that a producer should refuse a placement?
Oh, yeah.
I do believe so.
I've done it.
So I guess we could go ahead and just start rattling off these reasons. Number 1 I would have is refusal of credit.
That's super facts.
As someone who has been there early on in their career and had to learn from it, listen, if someone is not going to give you credit for what you've done on a song, it should be a no-go. It should definitely be. It can seem like a great situation at the time, but for your sanity, don't do it.
We had one of those like, we got you on the back end, just send us the files.
Bruh, back when there was a back end, that was the greatest bait ever. Oh yeah. Oh no, on the back end, on that pub, oh, we got you. No, now, somebody say that. Now you kind of just looking at them like,
boy, if you don't get your
facts. Yeah, but just when things don't feel right, just refuse just refuse the placement. Yeah, when things don't line up, when you're given and no one else is given, pay attention to your gut.
That's super facts. This is a good question. I feel like Oracle, you can give some gems on it. So I've dabbled in stock since lockdown, and I was thinking about getting into audio tech industry. Since we've all been home, I imagine streaming is up. Any insight on investments, company, people?
I would say study the stock, and from what I've studied so far during this quarantine, streaming is actually down.
That is true.
Yeah, streaming is down. It sounds like, in theory, it seems like streaming should be up, but streaming is down. And I had to really think about it. When I do most of my streaming, it is in the car on the way somewhere. Haven't been going a lot of places, haven't really been in the car. The way I start listening to certain podcasts is I'll run to the store real quick, start listening to it, come home, finish listening to it at home. If I never start that process, I never finish that process. So
that's true.
For me personally, I see that streaming is down. Then I actually heard from somebody that looked at the numbers that streaming was down. So even though it seems like a no-brainer in these days and times, a lot of things are unpredictable. So I would kind of study. Yeah.
Prentice says Diego makes it sound easy. He makes it sound like it's right within reach. That's hella motivation, bro. From someone who's seen, like, if y'all gotta understand, me and Diego started together, right? Not literally. Okay, so when I met Diego, he was still like coming up, and I was still trying to figure it out at the same time. So we both kind of got a situation at the same time. So I've known him since then, right? So that was 2012, 11. You know what I mean? So I've seen this man work from where he was at to now. And so it is within reach. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's just all about how you consistency and not giving up on stuff. But
Agreed.
Diego is Dennis Rodman without the hair dye and the weird stuff.
He can get that popping. Not to cut you off, but we got a minute and a half left, bro.
Okay, what you got going on?
Man, listen, if you haven't, this weekend, please go to SoundOracle.net. Check out the art of beat mixing, because a lot of what is keeping artists from buying your tracks and A&Rs from getting you placements is your mix. After you spend tons of days and hours on a beat, don't fall asleep at the wheel with your mix, man. Check out SoundOracle.net. Get the art of beat mixing. What you got, bro?
Man, go to my Instagram. We're giving away MIDI keyboards, courses, equipment. All you gotta do is go to the Instagram, tag some friends, follow the steps and instructions. You can win. Also, we're gonna stream live. Me and Diego Ave. We're gonna do a Q&A on Monday. And go to producerkit.com, man. Get you some sounds.
Facts, though. So listen, thanks everybody on Instagram for joining in. It's been another episode of UnQuantized Live, and we will see you next week.
Don't y'all take this green screen and go crazy either.